may not use it in a row. I might put a few of them here and there, and then placeholders.
Here's the original one.
And so she's got. Oh, she kind of has that. It's got the white gravel, kind of the gravel
Yeah,
around that.
I can. If you like this particular type, I can do that.
And she's got this. Mom, you can explain. I
Oh,
wasn't
you
here.
explain. I already forgot what I'm. What I
But
like.
just the look of it, it shows
Yeah,
you the
the
style that
iris,
she loves.
the irises are there, and there's always a conifer kind of being the main what do you call it, the thriller or the main piece, statement piece, and the rest of the ferns and all that are more accessories to it.
Oh, and she's got.
Yeah, so this is when they in Japan when they do this kind of pruning,
Wow.
they mimic the rock. They
Oh,
prune it in such a way that it looks like a rock. So instead of like a rectangular piece, like that's why I like the Barbary. Do you see that? So it's a dome. It's a nice round
Oh,
dome.
yes,
That
uh-huh,
yellow.
And another thing she liked, I'll have to get my.
I don't know what I like. She knows more than I do.
Is with us they put like boulders, like they're coming out of the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And that to me is kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Is there access here to bring a big boulder?
Yeah, well,
Does the gate open to the?
yeah.
Front? Okay.
And that gate's a little wider, or a little.
Yeah.
you just don't get. I'll show you.
I don't know what's going on. I forget everything you told me.
I think you're recording, isn't it?
I'd start about halfway, but
Okay. Yeah.
because I can't remember.
So do you like this grass?
I like it.
Yeah, you can have it over the rockery
Oh, instead of
instead of the cotoneaster having. So this one dies down in the winter. So in November we cut it all back, and in it I can put daffodil bulbs. So now you have the daffodils coming up and blooming, and by the time they are done,
yeah.
this will come
Oh,
back.
that is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So this yew that she showed you is over there.
Wow.
Yeah, we can do different pots, so on and so forth. We can. So this is the Mexican beach pebbles, the
Oh.
round beach pebbles.
Where do you get the next from
She
Mexico?
said she gets. See how they made that boulder kind of stick up a little bit,
Yeah.
and some of they put in weren't so big.
Yeah.
But she kind of liked that.
Yeah, you like the big stone there.
Kind of in the dirt and
Where,
almost.
where does it come from?
Yeah, the guys can bring it. The crew can bring it. That's not a big deal. Yeah, so this, it's. So do you see the boxwoods here? Maybe I'll
Oh.
mix it into the landscape. Not really. Maybe use some of them there. So then that forms your winter landscape. Yeah, we could do this kind of stepping stones over
Oh.
that side.
That
if
would
you-
be pretty too.
Yeah, and then have grass growing, like the mondo grass growing on that side. It can be done. So this was a before picture, right? And if you see this today is so lush.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
can be done.
And what kind of tree is that there?
It's a climbing hydrangea, and
Oh.
it's a really good one. I love the form of it.
It
and
is beautiful.
Yes.
Even without the blossoms, it's pretty.
Yeah. So
I thought it was dying. This one over there?
Yeah, isn't it pretty? Yeah.
I see some buds coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to leaf out pretty soon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was dead. Is Dr. Alshed like everything goes in the winter? And,
Yes.
Oh.
And they come back. Yeah.
Should I have it pruned or
Um,
how high does it get?
I think by May, June, by June, I take a look at it and see if the new growth is too much in the pathway. Then I cut it back here, or maybe I cut it back here.
Oh.
So you kind of assess and see, like on the height, maybe just a little bit here and there. But I would look at what is going to hit somebody when they're walking,
Oh,
and then make the pruning that way.
If I can remember everything. I thought
Yeah,
I forget
do you-
everything.
I mean, I have a fine gardening crew that comes and prunes, and we do it like very holistically, not shearing.
Uh-huh.
I can.
How often do you think that has to be done?
Well, it really depends on the garden, right? If it's a full garden like that, I would say once a month. But we do have quarterly services as well, depending on what is needing to be done.
So I should get all that information. Who
And she loves those grasses.
Yeah. So this grass, I was just telling her I can replace the cotoneaster with it, and
And
then
that'd be beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
And what happens to it in the winter? Does it still?
dies down. So we cut it back in November, December time frame. I can make sure there's bulbs in there, like daffodil bulbs or something that come up right now. So it's like some green coming up by
Yeah,
March, they'll
yeah.
start blooming, and then by the time they die down by May, your yellow has filled in.
Uh-huh.
So is there irrigation in here?
No. No.
And do
There
you
isn't.
think she needs a sprinkler system or not?
Maybe not a pop-up system, but maybe a drip system from your sprinkler faucet. But yeah, you need some kind of watering system, otherwise the new plants will. So do you hand water right now? How does it work in the summer?
Yeah.
your hand or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would put in some sort of a drip system and connect it to your spigot.
But it has to be like part of a whole sprinkler system, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not underground, so it doesn't pop up and spray.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like brown tubes with little holes in it.
I think that's what we have pop-ups for the grass and
Yes, the drip for the.
we don't have a lot of plants, but real quick. If we
Okay.
did a pruning thing,
Yeah.
how
It's a young garden.
it's just brand new. I
Yeah,
mean,
on a brand new garden, once a quarter is enough. Usually, when I look at a full garden, it's
Okay.
like, very.
like mom's would be. Ours is just so, hardly anything. They're
Yeah.
so quarterly.
Yeah.
And then she would have okay, so that's
Yeah, even when we start with her new garden, like when everything is taken and installed, maybe every other month, or maybe like we do a lot of pruning in the winter on the Japanese maples, and like I like to prune plants when it's done blooming, or when it's like the Japanese maples when there's no leaves and things like that.
and that's kind of nice too. You could see the shape of the tree.
Yeah, it helps. Like on this camellia, if I were to prune it, I would prune it after it finishes bloom. You see, I don't want to lose all the bloom.
Because they're such a beautiful
Yeah.
plant.
I think your garden has a lot of good bones.
I do too.
We can renovate a small section. We can renovate the whole backyard. I leave it up to you. What in terms of budget? I don't think you need 2 ponds. I would highly recommend keeping that pond. I would say when you surround it with different interesting plants, there is enough space between the lantern and the rockery that you won't feel it. Like even having a nice big pine next to it, right? Pines are great in a
That would be beautiful.
Japanese
Oh, I
garden.
think.
Oh, can I remember all that?
No, I'm.
She said she's going to take pictures and kind of make little annotations.
I can do that, but I don't need to do that if I'm going to do a design. So it's up to you what you want to do. If it is a small section like that pond, I can take a picture, annotate it, and tell you.
I think it's got to be the whole backyard.
So Lisa did a whole design for you, so you know the process.
No. She just came, like you're doing, did a consultation. And then I thought, I bet I can do it. And then when I called her, she was too busy when I had to go groveling back. But I think we talked about it. First, she just wanted and then, no, you probably need to have,
Everything done.
Can be done.
and I do think, I remember for ours, we had to get, especially, like she said, for the new plants, a drip system, just to make sure they stayed wet.
Yes. So up there, it's easy to plant because there's not a lot of plants there. It's bare dirt. But here, I think we need to rip everything out and start afresh. There is a lot of this ground cover that has got deep roots. So it's impossible to get rid of all of that. So this is definitely a lot more work than that little section. So
Right. Well, if you could give an estimate on a
The
cost
design?
and how much a design would be, is
I
that
could-
okay for the next
Yes.
step?
If you
Yeah.
give us an estimate.
Yeah.
And then I guess the process, you do a design and then she looks at it and kind of, well, I kind of like that. And you work together
So-
and.
The way I started design process is I'll send her the contract, send you guys the contract and everything, and then I come and measure, and get I call it the base plan. I get a base plan. You know, what is staying, what is not. Like this patio is staying, the deck is staying. We, you know, kind of measure where the rockery is, and then I mark what is the existing plants that are going to stay and what are the plants that are going away. You know that. And then I start to draw it out. What is the new shape going to be? What are the new plants that are going to be? You know, it comes in little circles. Like, do you see this design? I think she has it. So a design would look something like this. It'll be something like this, saying, okay, this plant here, you know. So this is what a typical design. So this is kind of like a blueprint. Instead of your house, it's your garden. So creating that blueprint then can be used for construction.
Okay.
Right? So you kind of are getting an idea, oh, this is the steps here, this is this plant here. Oh, what is this big circle? Oh, it's that camellia, and I'm going to put a bench under that camellia. You know, things like that.
Yeah, there's a bench up there, but it doesn't have a back on it.
And it's
Where is that?
It's in the corner.
And it
My mom
sways
said
a
it
little.
started to sag, but I thought cement doesn't sag. What's the story?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now let's go take a look at it, see if it's viable to bring it down.
Concrete, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no.
It must have been sagging.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. If it can be separated out, the top and the bottom, the guys can bring it down. But I feel,
No.
you know, I can bring it forward into the lawn. I can take the corner of the hedge and put a tree there,
Oh.
like a nice Japanese maple, a tall one there. And then have that bench sit there under the maple. Like right now, your hedge is going this way and just like a big L.
Yeah.
What if we took like 4 feet off on both sides of the corner, right? And did a plant there.
And maybe even, now, you don't use beauty bark, do you? Do you use mulch?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Whew. Here, I can hold this. Thank you.
Just
And then
remember
think
everything,
about
Cal.
pots too, you know. Would you ever put pots in the ground or you always put them on a deck or?
Well, it depends on the type of. I put low bowls in the ground, but I put gravel under it so it's
Oh.
stable.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything right on the dirt.
Okay, well,
Anything
can,
else? that
can
we
you
need?
remember everything
Are
she
you
told
kidding?
us?
My mind is a sieve. I can't remember anything.
I recorded some of it.
Oh, you did? Oh, good. So she had a check for. Is a
So
check okay?
If you're going forward with the design, I'm not going to charge you for this consult. That's totally okay. So why don't I send back?
Okay, and then if she doesn't go with the design, we'll give you the check now. Okay,
You'll
thank
figure
you.
it out. But,
Okay.
and it was lovely meeting all three of you.
Oh, nice to meet you
I
too.
will
All
work
the
on an.
information, all big help.
Yeah.
And your website, it really does have beautiful portfolio.
Thank
I
you,
think.
thank you. I have to update it. That's one of my goals.
But we
this
love lights on the fence. Or what do you think about that fence? Should it be stained or go or just?
I think it's in a background. I'd leave it. I think what you see in the foreground is really. And then I would love to put more plants, like reduce the Nandina. And like, do you see that between the rhodie and the maple and that fence panel? I do see more plantings there, make it more lush. Maybe we put another camellia there just to balance this one out, or something else. Or maybe a winter blooming camellia, like a white one.
I'm sure. Gasp! Wouldn't that be beautiful? Camellia that
Yeah.
blooms in the winter. I never even heard
so
of that.
right
Never
now,
heard.
like January, they bloom like white. I think it's called Setsugeka. Let me show you a photo of that one.
See, that's the experts always know.
So,
I'm
are you
learning-
good?
I'm learning so much, I'm forgetting it.
Her father was a beautiful designer of landscapes.
Here?
In
He wasn't a professional, but he just had, it just came out of him.
Oh yeah, nice. So Setsugeka looks like this
Oh,
one.
That's beautiful.
Let me pull it up.
ooh,
Isn't that beautiful?
Let me show you better photo images. Setsugeka is, yeah.
Wow.
and then you get your plants probably from a warehouse or when you provide the plants or.
I work with growers.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and,
good. Okay.
Yeah, and I buy. I procure it from them.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Because my mom was Well, am I going to have to find the plant? No.
No, I can bring the plans. Not a good problem at all. Yeah.
Thank you for all. Not, if I can remember just
Jim recorded
a
some
little
of
bit
it.
of it. I'm doing
Yeah.
like this.
No, I think you've got great ideas to start from. Some really good. I mean, I see that rockery and some conifers and creating a Japanese feel in the garden. Definitely. If you get a chance, go to the Flower and Garden Show. It's happening in Seattle. It opened up today.
Really?
Yeah, I was there the opening night
Do
yesterday.
you have a exhibit?
I belong to the Association of Professional Landscape Designers.
Uh-huh.
And Lisa is a part of that too.
Uh-huh.
And so our association has a garden there.
Oh,
Oh, so
Where
it's
is it?
us.
Yeah, at the Seattle
Center?
Convention Center?
Convention Center.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some great designs out there, ideas.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So we'll go.
Take a
Oh.
look.
how long is
Yeah.
it there?
Until Sunday.
Okay.
Until Sunday.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you.
Yeah, lovely meeting all of you.
Remember. half
That's
of the
okay,
things
Mom.
you told me.
Don't worry about it. I got some of it.
I'm sure I got some of it. And that's my husband, John.
Hi, Joan.
Lara.
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 Long name.
So we'll see you again when?
I'm going to email you an
Okay.
estimate for design for just the backyard. And I'll put general goals in
Okay.
that. And
Okay.
then my availability is a little tight. I mean, I could start the design end of April.
You think May?
May.
And then maybe sometime in June. Probably once you get the design, and then we can, I guess, get. But you've got contractors you work with.
Yeah, I mean, once I start a design, I start telling my contractor, hey, keep a 2-week window or a 1-week window, or
Okay.
have something coming up. So by July, definitely, we'll see what the calendar, calendars get, like the current project that I was there, we've been on it since January 22nd.
Oh,
We're halfway through.
wow. And then about the sprinkler system, we hire someone to come in and because it goes underground, right? Or they.
So if you don't water the lawn, we don't have to go underground. We can connect it to your spigot there.
Oh.
So the brown pipes that you see, the drip lines are above ground,
Oh.
and I can run up pipe to the spigot.
Oh.
So you would have to, in winter, you would have to disconnect it and
Right,
winterize
right.
it, but the brown pipes can stay.
Do you use a timer or how do you control it? Okay.
Yeah, that was a timer.
Thank you so much. If I can just remember.
Yeah, Mom. Just know this. It will be fabulous.
I'm happy to recommend other people if you want to start sooner.
No,
but
no,
that's
no,
my
no.
That's my thing.
Okay, thank you so much for
You
coming
are
out.
ready for the-
Don't worry about it today. It's all good.
If we go with her design, then
Yeah.
it's included. If you don't,
I'll
then
go
we
with the
pay.
design.
Yeah.
Sure. I couldn't do it any otherwise.
Yeah, it'll be just beautiful, Mom.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming out.
Absolutely.
Are you in
that's-
Issaquah?
I'm in Kenmore,
Oh, okay.
which is
I know
I
because
mean
we're
it's
in
like Kirkland.
we're Finn Hill. Do you know where that
Oh
is?
yeah, I'm in Finn Hill.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I've been
So-
driving by your house.
The 84th Avenue, the main, like, what is that? More. So I'm in the Kenmore part of Finn Hill. Like 145th is the border between Kirkland and.
Oh, we're 143rd and 92nd. Kind of on that ravine. Do you know where the big ravine is?
Yeah, 142nd is Kirkland because as you cross 145th, so you're near the elementary school there.